36,500 fans were at St James's Park to see the big Scot walk out in black and white for the first time against Wimbledon.
Howie. Ferguson. Back for Howie. A long way forward. Here's Solano. And Ferguson. He scored on his debut and Newcastle had the lead. Not the cleanest of strikes perhaps from Big Duncan, but nobody's complaining about that at St James's Park. Just the start he would have wanted. Solano, that was a tremendous cross with the outside of the foot, and Ferguson made sure he got there first. Gillespie now, right in the final seconds of the game. A lot of height aimed towards Ferguson, he's got a second. Sullivan couldn't get to that one, and Ferguson more than grateful. What a perfect start for the new boy. 2 goals on his debut. And Newcastle 3-1 now. Didn't he get up well?
Given away by Santana, and Solano is onside. The goalkeeper came a long way. Ferguson to follow it in. And Shearer made absolutely certain of it.
I think it's Ferguson's goal, Rob. I've got a feeling it was just over the line. Duncan Ferguson gets after it. Acute angle. Tucks it in. Is that over the line? I think so. I think Ferguson gets his Newcastle goal.
He gets by it. Ball chipped in, looking for Shearer. Ferguson's header! Newcastle United score! Aston Villa hit by the sucker punch. And Duncan Ferguson's first Premiership goal of 1999 could have such stark effect on both Aston Villa and Newcastle United seasons.
Newcastle have a lot of men forward in this attack. Bucks cross, speed's there, just couldn't quite reach it. Walker's lost it. Duncan Ferguson. Newcastle United back in charge. A sweeping break. Gary Speed couldn't quite reach it. Walker did his best under pressure from Shearer having juggled it, but Ferguson fired it in off the crossbar.
Barton. And a good ball in. Ferguson! That will do for 2-2. Just a touch will do it, and the double act is coming off today. One touch from Shearer, that glancing header was Ferguson's.
Alan Shearer and Duncan Ferguson were quickly becoming one of the most feared striking partnerships in the Premiership, and the deadly duo came up trumps again in Newcastle's last match of the millennium.
Oh, that's some tackle from Rob Lee. Now Gary Speed. Shearer's made a good run. Ferguson is in the middle. Thank you very much. The combination is working well. Good running by the England captain, and the Scot was in the middle to pounce.
Speed finds Pistone again, who's galloping forward
And does well, and keeps his balance. And Ferguson, excellent goal! Duncan Ferguson, 3-1, and that is the goal that Newcastle really needed.
Duncan Ferguson has hit his richest vein of form since his arrival from Everton. 4 goals in his last 5 games had seen his partnership with Alan Shearer really take off. When Southampton came to St James's Park, they could do nothing to stop the big man.
They have got a problem here because Solano's darted away from Colaterre. Goalkeeper comes against the bar, in by Ferguson, the top 2 for Newcastle in the thick of it, the worst possible start for Southampton. There's Ferguson with the ball at his feet. He's quite nimble. Dyer, Ferguson following up, 2! Both for Duncan Ferguson.
Ferguson hits it first time. That is a magnificent goal from Duncan Ferguson. Shearer with the flick. Ferguson, well, Stan gave him a yard or so, and Ferguson punished him. Fabulous. What a great combination. Shearer knew where Ferguson was, but Bosnich didn't know what hit him. Here comes Dyer once more, and here comes Ferguson! That's 3-1! That's Duncan Ferguson! That is some breathing space. Ferguson never hesitated, and Murphy didn't have a chance.